What is up, everybody? How you doing today? I am Switters, and we are doing one of my final... I forgot to put my controller back over here. One of my final 2 Dark Ops challenges left. So there's the 1,000,000 kills. Right now, we can actually check it in a minute, so let me not even guess. I think we're at about 540,000, something like that, total kills. And then also, we need to do what we're doing today, is the Fatale challenge, which is killing 2 Amalgams with 1 shot. So if you are watching this as VOD later, and I'm going to do this like from now on going forward, I'm going to try to like announce it at the beginning of every stream for a while at least. But if we're doing a challenge like this, or when it's going to be, I don't know, even just doing an Easter egg, like in, say the stream is like 4 hours long, because the first 2 hours, I don't know, we got to the boss fight and we didn't complete it, or we got to the end of the challenge and we didn't complete it, or whatever. I'm going to start making chapters down at the bottom. So if you want to scrub through and like you don't want to just watch me fail a first attempt or something like that, if there is a failure, look at the bottom and I will I'll mark it out. I'll do it like at 0 minutes in intro, and then you know, from 1 minute on through, you know, the first hour or whatever, like, you know, the failed run, and then I'll mark the successful runs, whatever. Down at the bottom, I'll make the chapter so you can just hop to the good stuff if you want to. Eric, what's up, man? Long time no see. I've missed the last few streams. Yeah, man, you've been AOL, but that's AOL, AWOL, not AOL. That's America Online. Absent without leave, different thing. But it's all good, man. Good to see you. Glad you're here for this one. And we are going to jump in here in just a second. I'm just getting the chat where I want it, so I can see. Pull that up a little bit. Like that. I could definitely go for a 3-screen setup here. I would be very happy with that. Anyway, I just put up a shorts video on how to do this challenge last night. Light them up. This one is really, it's not difficult, but it's very tedious, man. Light them up is where you got to get 10 elite kills with napalm burst as they're on fire. It's just a real boring kind of pain in the ass, to be honest with you. Consume 25 gobblegums in 1 match. That's easy. We actually streamed that one too. Kanoichi made a video on this. It's actually starting to do really well. I did this a few days ago, put this video up, and from last night till today, it's actually starting to do really well. Which is killing 3 regular zombies, 2 specials, and 1 elite in 1 ether shroud. It's actually quite easy to do when you know what you're doing. So on my channel, video on how to do this. Dark Journey, that's getting Nebula. Getting I don't have to go through all these. You guys know them by now, I'm sure. The Terminal one, I have a video on that I put up as well. That's when I got Dark Ops Masters, when I completed this one. The round 51 boss on Terminus. And like I said, the only other one that I don't have completed yet is getting the 1,000,000 kills. So let's go see where we are as far as that goes, like my total kills. So we'll go over to our stats here, combat record. 604,000, so I'm 400,000 kills off. And it's like, well, that's not that far when you think about it, because if you got 600, like, you know, you're 60% of the way there. But the game's been out for 7 months. So, I kind of don't know what I'm going to do with this as far as, you know, for you guys. Like, my thought was, I'll start doing like a save and quit kind of situation where I have a solo game going that we are just going to go onto Shattered Veil. We're going to do the elevator strat, and we're just going to do high rounds until, I mean, I've done this a few times now on this map. Let me have a look at this real quick. Where's Shattered Veil. Okay, most eliminations. I've done the round 101 3 times now, 3 or 4 times on this map. My most kills ever on it is 22,000. So, let's say, now obviously on round 100, there's more zombies on that round than there are on rounds 1 through 20, you know, obviously. So, let's say I did a stream And again, we can do the save and quit feature, you know, like when we're done for the end of that day, whatever, we can, you know, save it and we'll leave. But what if I just kept going? What if I had like a high round game going and like just kept going up until like 9.99? I mean, it'd be the fastest way to get to 1 million kills. And I kind of just want to have like, it would be nice to just complete like literally all of them. And I looked, because I know I've mentioned this recently, like because we're talking about the 1 million kill thing. And I said on Cold War, I was at like 500,000 total kills or something like that. On Cold War, I went back, well, I guess it was about a week ago, and played Cold War again. Not on stream, just doing it for myself. And I checked my combat record there, and I have like 700,000 kills now on that game. So I was completely wrong with the amount of kills that I have on that game compared to Black Ops 6. So I think what I was thinking of, I think by the end of that game's life cycle, by the end of that first year that it was out, I had like 400 and something thousand total kills, maybe 500,000 total kills. And again, we're already at 600,000 total for this game, so I'm well ahead of where I was for that, but I still haven't hit 1 million on Cold War. Like I said, I'm now at like 700 and whatever thousand. So anyways, you guys let me know if you would be interested in, if I was just to do the high round game, like save and quit, like just literally keep going forever and ever and ever until we hit like 1 million. Like stay in that elevator and just go. I might just do that. Anyhow, this is the loadout we're going in with this HE1 rocket launcher. It's really, there's only 2 important parts of our loadout really for this. Because again, you have to get 2 amalgam kills with 1 shot. All right, Eric, I appreciate it, man. I'm thinking there's not going to be that much to do going forward now. I think I heard a rumor, like the leakers that come out, they go through the files and everything, and they said, well, one of them in particular said they have not seen anything zombies coming for Season 4. So the final map that we're getting, and apparently it is 6 maps that we're going to be getting, not 7, which I don't know why I was thinking 7, but I really was thinking 7. Anyhow, it's not coming till at least Season 4 Reloaded and perhaps Season 5. So we are, what is it, May 13th. We're like 3 weeks away from probably the announcement of the next Call of Duty. And we're like 2 weeks away from the end of, what are we at, Season 3 Reloaded now? Whatever season we're in now. I don't even remember anymore. So we will be getting probably an announcement soon of what the next Call of Duty is going to be. We can talk about that in a second. So my loadout here, the 2 things that are important is the launcher, because again, 1 shot, we have to kill 2 amalgams, and the insta-kill. Those are the 2 important parts. Everything else is kind of do whatever you want. Decoys, unfortunately, amalgams do not go for them, so that doesn't matter at all. It would be really nice if they did, because then you could get them to stand kind of next to each other, but they don't. So, okay. Yeah, so that's the rumors anyway right now. I don't know if it'll end up being the case, but there's also the rumors that the next game, COD 2025, coming out this fall, there will be zombies, and it is a direct sequel. Well, the game itself is a direct sequel to Black Ops 2. And supposedly, we are getting a Terminus remake. Not Terminus, Transit. We're about to play Terminus, that's why. It's T, zombies. I got it on my brain. Anyhow. So this summer, I might be playing a lot of Black Ops 2.
Guard station computer cannot access the central database while the network is down.
Just getting ready for the next game.
Who built this place?
I'm fine with.
Amp unit activated.
Same man.
Please stand by.
It kind of sucks though because
Your boss.
a lot of Black Ops 2 is not.
We break out Maya's brother Nathan.
Solo.
Go hunt that asshole
You can
down.
do most things
I
like
hope to
Mob of the
God
Dead.
that wherever
Obviously, do
Nathan's
everything.
locked up, he's safe.
Jason Lundell, man. Mob of the Dead and Shadows of You do 99% of the Easter eggs except for the very last step. Both of those are solo we're talking about. So, that sucks.
Amp unit energized. Area 1 online.
Now, Transit technically is... What's up, Thunder?
Computers. All it takes
Transit
is
technically is
one
possible.
resentful old German and voila! chaos.
They're real kind of pain in the.
I'll let y'all know when this bird is ready to fly.
We are going to buy this off of the wall. So this is going to be our. Obviously, we've got the launcher to kill the 2 amalgams, but we're going to need to get them weak, very weak, before we attempt to kill them. By the way, I still have not actually physically seen the max ammo that's up.
Glass jaw,
I've gotten it,
fucking
you know,
figures. Mouthy
when I
shit
need
like
it.
you never know when to quit. Are you related to Peck?
But I can't actually see it. Anyhow. So, GTA 6 delayed to May 2026. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that, by the way. I would much rather more games start doing that than push something out that's unfinished and ruins your experience. That's weird. These sighs, man. It's making me sigh. But if you don't, like, sometimes you can just run past a zombie that's on the ground like that, you know, like, and just whoop, get a kill. Other times you can just stand there looking straight down at it, doing this, and you don't get a kill. By the way, I bought the bundle. You guys probably saw my short video that I made on it, but we are Mr. Now, can I be honest with you? The only reason why I did it, because it's a 3,000 point bundle, which means it's 30 American dollars, basically. The only reason why...
Frankly, I'm not sure which is worse. Being out
the
there
only
with
reason
a
why I did
wretched
it is because I
undead
bought
or
a friend of
stuck
mine.
in
I've
here
told you
with
guys
you,
about it.
Peck.
My
Yeah,
buddy's
well,
getting
you
into
smell like a
zombies,
nursing
and,
home bedpan, Strauss. But at least you don't
He
bite.
bought
I don't know
BO4,
who
he's got
you are,
BO2,
Strauss,
you know,
but
3,
you're
blah,
already
blah, blah.
annoying
We
the
did
fuck
Cold
out
War.
of me.
We've done a lot of the stuff so far. Although we haven't played in a few weeks.
Stop looking at me like I'm bloody lunch. I ain't your fucking Sango.
But the only game I don't have on COD Zombies, and the only COD Zombies game I don't have on Xbox is BO4, or was. But then he bought it for BO4 because well, you're doing all this stuff, and, you know, buying all these games, whatever, play, so I'll buy it for Xbox as well. And there was just a deal when I bought it. I got like 5,000 COD points, or it might have been 6,000. It was a lot.
Max
So I had, like, at one point I had like 8,200 COD points.
I do
And then
hope
when this
that
thing came
Dr.
up
Modi
with
has been torn to
for
pieces
this
by
whole
this
Mr. Peach
mob.
bundle, I still had
Modi.
7,000
Modi?
COD points.
I only know her by reputation, but the
So
sick shit she's
I was
done
like,
to people.
I'll get it. And I bought 3
Did this Modi
bundles
hurt my
ever.
brother?
The
And
Smith
unit
Mac
activated.
bundle from
Fucking
Please
Cold
stand
War.
by.
One of the bundles, I think it was like season 2 came out. It was very zombie specific. We had that XM4 build, you know, like all the hurricanes and all that kind of stuff.
Tuck and sticky.
Pistol maturation failure. Reboot in process.
And I remember what that one was
An air
called.
powers up faster than you can microwave a TV dinner.
But,
Next time, defend it to the
and then I
little
got
bell dings.
If I didn't have the COD points just sitting there waiting anyway, I wouldn't have done that. Because it's $30 for
Don't suppose Uncle Sam gives out medals for marksmanship.
It's just a Maya skin.
I'd even
Like,
settle for a bicky.
Maya's probably my least favorite characters.
Oh, nice boy.
she talks a lot, and like her jokes or little quips are just.
You've seen this supernatural shit before. I wouldn't have believed you, but you could have fucking
Wait a
told
minute,
me.
did this?
Yeah, sorry. A lot of crazy stuff
I
happened.
didn't even realize what film that.
If it hadn't cost me an eye, I might not believe it myself.
Amp unit activated. Please stand
I
by.
gotta see it. So anyway, but I got it. Like, I like the way it looks. It's just, it would be so nice if it was like its own character.
Decoy going
Amp unit
out.
energized. Area 2 online.
It would have been very nice if we had like
Good
its
work.
own voice, its own character lines.
Dr.
Like,
Modi
it doesn't have to be
recovered
part of the
the
main crew
inversion
going for it,
warheads.
but if it was just,
No,
they got
she can't have my
generic
warheads.
operators, they got their own
Correct.
warheads and stuff like that.
They aren't your
Couldn't have given us a
warheads.
Mr. Peak?
Technically, they are Dr. Modi's.
You know. And then everything is like, you know, all these skins are all Maya skins. What about another Dr. Gray skin or Major Carver skin, like something? I just had one of the guys have, you know, like this Carver or Weaver have the Mr. Peak thing, like, and it's just, but it's not like supposed to be them. It's like they're in like this onesie, like pajamas kind of a thing, and having funny lines about like, you know, being put into these
You told me
pajamas.
these people
I don't
didn't
know,
like
something.
you.
And, like,
But then you tell me they hate your fucking guts.
so they kind of
Well,
half-assed
you know
it,
me.
but you know,
I don't like to blow my own trumpet.
bought it. I don't know. I guess they were successful.
Thought I'd left that incessant screeching behind when I dumped my ass.
Done. Let's go get the shovel. I've had to use this, well, not had to, but I've used this Tanto kind of a lot lately. Doing a couple of these challenges, you know, where you just kind of need to weaken, like the bigger zombies. Get them down to a certain level before you actually attack them with other stuff.
Amp unit
So I've done it
activated.
on, well,
Please
now
stand
this,
by.
on Liberty Falls a couple days ago. I used to use this gun a lot for the beginning of the game. But really had occasion to do
Amp unit energized. Area 3 online.
already. That's the one thing this game is like.
Protocol dictates the hard drive gets moved during a red alert.
Your guns are just so.
Freak out when she hears that.
Dr. Peck, we have boots on the ground who can search
They're
for
just
the
so
hard
weak at
drive.
the beginning of
So
everything.
we'll find it.
Interesting.
I don't know.
There's an
I'm still
encrypted
not a
file
huge
in the
fan of
database
the,
written by technical officer Anya Tanovsky.
upgrading the rarity level
Links to the
and
secret
triple
workshop
pack,
that,
pack a punching like
quote, can be
It's a
found
bit
if you're
much.
so inclined, though most will be refused.
because your gun is genuinely weak, regardless of whatever gun you're using. Like after even round 2, if you like, you got to start upgrading. Like, oh, it's taking a lot of shots to get this kill.
See? Can't be hungry if you don't have a head. Problem solved.
We use this double. We're gonna have to go buy ourselves armor. Bunny ears. That way we can do the free song.
These people are nothing like how you described
you know.
them. I mean, grey for starters.
Hey, if you knew her back then, the last thing you'd expect her to be now is a fucking
Let's go
Amazon.
ahead and pack punches. Now we'll get the other double points that's over there. Get some free points.
Getting some bang for my buck. Not that I ever pay full price.
Don't care about the whole. We're not doing the Easter egg, so I don't care about that. We don't need to worry about. No, we don't want any ammo mods on this because we don't want to do any extra damage to these amounts. We want to be doing exactly a low amount of damage. We're not. It's going to make these rounds kind of a little bit of a pain because we probably won't upgrade it much beyond where it is now. And everything else
See that?
on the
How about you get up your ass and give
on
it a go?
upgrading the launcher because we're gonna need that to be strong to take out those. Although I don't know how strong it's really gonna need to be. I bet you single pack. So we can get our first amalgam at round 18. 20 can spawn in. So it could be 17, 18 before it actually spawns in. And then basically we're just going to keep that amalgam alive, and then until like 5 rounds later.
I'm having second thoughts about coming here. We don't know how to get off this rock, and our chances are getting worse by the
Until
moment.
the next amalgam spawns,
Quit
so we got to keep it
whining.
alive for 5
You know
rounds.
the saying, fake it till you make it?
So we're just gonna do like try to
practically
do
your
a
whole
bunch of
life.
damage to it with our weak gun, which is going to be this Tanto here. And then we're going to continue to upgrade. We'll start upgrading the bridge.
I've seen wolf rats
and then
bigger than
continue
you.
to upgrade
They didn't fly.
this
But whatever.
throughout. Actually, we can do our first already. So basically, all of our points now, we're gonna get a couple of perks, of course. We get jug like. Up, maybe. Just to move around and run away from the amalgams. We're holding out the launcher.
An island like this would make a perfect smuggling outpost.
But where we've got
If it
this
weren't for all
now
the,
is kind
you
of
know,
like it's fine.
problems.
We'll leave the Tanto kind of where it is.
You
We want
have
it
a
to
talent
be
for
weak enough,
understatement.
well, strong enough to
This
get
place
kills
is a cesspit
when you
of
need to, like on the regular zombies, but we still need to be weak
I,
enough
for
that we
one,
don't
hope
accidentally
it
take out one of the
burns.
amalgams with it. 'Cause we got to get the amalgams pretty low on health, but like I said, I think with the insta-kill being part of this, like, the insta-kill does a lot of extra damage. We could probably go through one of these. Yeah, I got something like right there. It's driving me nuts. So like all of our salvage, we really kind of want to save it. Again, put toward the launcher as well. Where's
I will now test your ability to follow simple instructions. What are you waiting for?
we have to do a flop. Let's get these guys down here. So a couple of fixes. The Trey put in patch notes for today, and a couple of fixes were like before when you've been saving and quitting. Recently, there's been issues with KHD where it wouldn't work when you load back into the game. So supposedly that's completely fixed now.
Minimum trial success criteria achieved. I expected you to be rocking back and forth in a fetal position by now. My programming dictates I inform you that the highest trial tier reward has been unlocked.
Okay, but yeah, supposedly it's fixed now, but they did nerf the.
Gonna snap necks like a cop with a ponytail.
That's a good one. I want to have that. I don't ever buy. I don't set out like, oh, gotta get melee macchiato. Ever. But just so we're
Nan
keeping
used
up
to
to
say you
date,
can't buy
we don't fall
happiness.
behind. We don't
Nan was
like
full of
accidentally
shit.
spend our points on something we don't need to. We'll keep upgrading that as we go. I think once we get it to, like I said, double tap and purple rarity, we should be good. That's why I was doing the Sam trials. You usually get a purple ether.
Whoops! Where's the head go?
So the next time we get a Sam trial,
Dear God, what a disgusting transformation. The race basket! I need a race basket!
double armor. These guys show up. By the way, is the volume on everything else?
At least
Should
I'm
be.
not
I mean,
the
that's
only one who
pretty
recognizes that this is fucking mental.
Got the old bird up and running for now. Evac available.
Alright, actually, let's go get double armor right now. Love to get some double points. We already used the free one. Probably won't get another one for a little bit. I like this map, man. This is my number 2 for this game. I still think it's good. Citadel could have been, man. There's not enough don't know. It's not like this map has a ton of personality, but I like it. Just as a map. I'm really sorry about this. I got something in my throat here. I don't know what's but yeah, I don't know, like, put it out fine. It's good. It just doesn't really, like... Great, I did this last time I did it.
That's what you get for splattering your crop all over my good boots.
No. Yeah, double. And, I mean, it's kind of not really fair. I think the Garage Truck is the number 1 map of all time. I think better is hard. So, you're at quite a disadvantage, like, right off the get-go, right out of the bat there. You know, you know, at least as far as I'm concerned, when you're comparing maps, comparing anything to Horizon, it's kind of like you're going to lose because it's just an incredible map. Let's get an idea of how strong this actually is on the Mangler.
Cancel an exfil window. This bird's gonna take a little more fixing.
Yeah, see, even that, like, we're on round 12. Like I said, we're not going to get the first one in until, like, round 16-ish. And then we have to keep him alive for 5 rounds until the next one spawns in. So we're talking, like, maybe round 21. That's why we need to get their health really low, so we're not going to upgrade this until... But...
That's enough of your spooky bullshit. Nothing scarier than my right hook.
I just...
Ooh, right in the ball bearings.
Just shoot from far, always.
Bonus points.
Alright. And I'm probably gonna get... I thought I saw it. Probably gonna want to get... Speed Cola, just because I like having Speed Cola, because it just sucks not having Speed Cola. Now, the armory on both this map and we're gonna go do this, the trial. The armories have been broken a bit for loot keys. They technically still worked, but you have to really get into the right exact spot. Yeah, they're still messed up. They didn't fix that with the patch notes today. So you can get into it, but it takes a lot of manipulating. Did we just go from round... Oh, no. That was the special. Yeah, let's go get some... And then we're going to go do in the biolab. Sam trial. Hopefully we can get the purple ether.
Fuck yeah. Imagine dealing 3-car multi after chugging one of these. I can retire before the week's out. Nothing personal. You were standing between me and my way out.
I want to kill everything.
Max armor.
Come back up here. Any other big spots for us? I mean, it's cool that they gave us a perk. It's a shame that... I mean, who doesn't have Jug by now? Sound is good. Sorry, I'm delayed. Oh, you're all good, man. Oh, let's start the song. By the way, the other day I was playing through this. I was doing a couple of. I was doing the round 51 boss, right? The other Dark Ops that I hadn't done. And so even I just did it on stream, so I was playing through this map. Why, I don't remember that time, but I was on stream and didn't pack a punch the Beam Smasher. And when you do the Nathan step, we just annihilated them. Like, it took literal seconds. And then I did it same round around that time, you know, like nothing was really different other than I pack a punch the Beam Smasher, and it took me, I had to refill twice the ammo in the Beam Smasher in order to kill Nathan. Is that just completely broken, or was it just something weird that happened that day? I don't know. I need to, like, kind of want to test it, but are you guys going back and
Can you follow instructions? It will
these
be
older
unfortunate
maps
if you
still, or
cannot.
are you just, like, it's the new one and that's it, so, like, it's Shattered Veil and nothing?
You
I
must
still go back
be
and
so
play
proud of the minor
the other
success
stuff
you are
at least
experiencing.
as much as I
Upgrading trial reward. Keep it up.
Like, IW had Slappy Tappy,
Fascinating performance.
but it
Trial
actually worked.
milestone stage 3
It didn't
reached.
change, like, how slow or fast it was. I don't know why they did it.
Project Janus thanks you for the excellence of your performance.
Model. Oh, dude, what is with the free jug? So did you guys see this that just came out? Apparently, the director's talking about, hey, what for Easter egg, super Easter egg rewards? Like, you complete all the maps. What are we gonna give you guys for doing this? And they have this focus group of, according to them, like zombie players. Who knows? And they decided, this is all rumors. None of this is like, you know, set in stone. But this is also the think of the super Easter egg rewards you've gotten from Treyarch. BO3, you got the Arcade 5 pistol. And Cold War, you got
Something
purple
tells
rarity.
me we ain't ready to crack some brews
On
and
your
pick
gun.
up our feet yet.
That was it. I think it was. I'm thinking of like the other stuff that they added in there. That was it. As far as I can remember. But for this game, apparently they decided, yeah, you know what the guys would really like?
Rock where you drop, bro, right here.
A camo. That's it. A camo. They didn't ask me because I wouldn't have said that one today.
While I
don't
am
know
not
who they were at.
easily impressed, I strongly urge you to try.
I mean, do you guys think that's a good reward? Uneven ground.
Easy mode. Likely spectacular tier reward achieved. Yay.
Armor.
Ready for a little hide and fuck 'em up?
I'm in Ether Shroud!
My expectations were low, and yet you have met them.
I'm standing there in my blue screen. Yeah, my blue Ether Shroud screen.
Make this look
Despite
easy.
your obvious
But it's
deficiencies,
not.
you
It's
succeeded
not
against
at all.
all
I hate
odds.
it.
Organic life really is amazing.
No, I'm totally fine. Let me meet your
I hope these trials have in some way helped to relieve the tedium of your tawdry, miserable existences.
Are with me. Literally got nothing. Okay, a couple. We need to go get we're gonna go double pack punch the launcher, even though it's gonna be a minute before we actually need to. But again, I want to have that ready and like out of the way. We could actually, you know what? Let's be safe. Let's be smart about this. So let's go do full armor. Then we'll get craft this right now. That really bothers me. It'd be one thing if it was like even borderline, but 100% I was in Ether Shroud, standing there, like just waiting for them to go away to give me space, and then they hit me and I went down while I was in Ether Shroud, like fully in Ether Shroud.
This is Raptor 1. Give me a holler if you need to exfil.
What's up, Brian? That was annoying as hell. Oh, and I lost my speed. Okay, we got our amalgam on the map. First one. Now, what sucks is we have to literally just keep him alive. It's just annoying because, I mean, obviously you can't kill him, so he's just going to be chasing us non-stop for the next 5 rounds. But hopefully we can just get this done on our first attempt. We can damage him, but I'm going to try not to, really. I know he gains health back if he picks me up and eats me. If he picks up, you know, the zombies and back.
How many fucking bodies did they stash on this fucking island?
Well, let's just get to our best.
Sick. Look who's keeping up with you geezers.
The last 2 Dark Ops sound really amazing. This one is, the light up.
Good news, folks. You got extra heads to shoot at. That's gotta make things easier, right?
Good luck finding pants, mate.
Waiting for everything to happen, or like with this case, you know, you just gotta take your time, do a little bit of damage, do a little bit of, like the light them up one, you're waiting for them to go off. Not only for it to go off, but like, so you're doing the same thing basically doing with this, where you have a weak gun, with napalm on it, and then you're just running by, you know, like luring the zombies. And you're shooting them, waiting, hoping for the napalm to go off, and not only that, but hoping that it will jump from that zombie to the mangler. It's just like, and then it, you know, 9 times out of 10. I would love to go get. I would love to go get Stefan right now. I think I might. We're close to being able to get our launcher to purple rarity. And again, we've got to keep this guy around for another 4 rounds, so we should be fine to do that. Meaning, like, we should be fine to get, like, we'll be earning points.
It's like a spa day. Less mud, more blood.
Not having that pack-a-punch, like, be there all the time is just like, ooh, okay, I need to do that this time. And let it down. And then it's respawn. Alright, Parasite, you go away. By the way, Parasite, the movie, you know, one That's good. It's on so many things on my list. I've talked about this a million times. I love collecting things on my list. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that. I spend more time collecting than putting them on my list than I do actually watch it.
You like that? I know, I sure as fuck did.
Yes. Although, again, I think we only really need to about the fact that it's just really going to be a matter of balancing. Being very fine with our shots on the Amalgams. Getting very low, but not too low, because that one extra bullet.
Bonus points.
It was hot.
That's for Nathan.
He just broke in, so he just, I think it was about 7 degrees. So it's for 3 days. I don't know. I mean, it's May, so I'm in the valley in LA. It's not crazy that it would be that hot. It's been very hot. And it just, when you're not ready for it, man, it just hits you. It's kind of gross. Alright, let's get back.
You got one goddamn job!
Melee Macchiato is just... we don't care about that anymore. Doing the Sam Trust. We're really... Well, we could get a double pap crystal out of it. Never stop sprinting.
All you're doing is serving yourself up on a platter.
How is your little one doing, Eric, by the way? Literally blew up right in my face. I didn't put on double. Something's weird. I don't know. It could be my controller. I think I might need a new controller. That's happened to me a couple times lately. I pressed my, to re-armor button. In this case, for me on Xbox, it's Y, and it did the double armor. Like it did both. It's not Dude, these controllers are too expensive these days. I mean, whether it's stuff or I have the Xbox. I mean, they should be. It would be nice.
Any of you hotshots want to beat my high score?
let's go ahead and do this now.
Huh. Guess my dealer was right. I used to try the weird shit.
I think we kind of don't need to do anything else as far as our weapons go. Like, we should be okay. With the strength of the so we're on. I could start getting this guy a little bit weaker. Like, I don't really care if I shoot him. Because our gun's not doing that much. So we'll just pepper him up.
Bang.
Deadshot would be a good one to get. Like, we're not going to shoot him in the body because the two of them, we have to shoot them to the ground. I just wonder if the splash damage would make it. I think I might over.
Double hordes.
If we could get a triple tap. But I'm still trying to not for the most part. I can't even begin to express it when it picks you up. Oh, I hate the feeling. Okay, let's see if we get another one now, or if it's 21. Okay, not now. So we're gonna get a max and double amalgam. So now we can actually start doing some damage to this guy. And we are definitely not gonna get this right now. Yeah, do you guys though think that the whole super Easter egg reward is getting a camo, a specific camo? Like, is that enough for you guys? Because I don't think that's anywhere near it.
This one's gotta be popular with the uni kids.
Max ammo.
This is Raptor 1.
I think
Hope you're all hanging in there, but I'm ready to go whenever you are.
mean, I genuinely think that they ought to just copy IW. You get the Perkaholic and the 25 grand to start. I mean, it doesn't have to be 25 grand. It could be 10 grand, whatever. But or it could be like the 4 basic perks or 5, you know, like something like that to start.
No head, no worries. Full Aussie
It's
humor
a
there.
great reward, and I don't know why. I don't know, just do that one. it was perfect. Okay, we've got both amalgams in now. So, we are gonna try to do it, obviously, hopefully, I mean, provided things don't go wrong.
Haven't you fuckers ever heard of a tune?
At the end of this round. Definitely start doing damage to that, but we've got to make sure we get a couple of hopefully it's not really water. I don't want to casually accidentally do too much damage to one of these amalgams. I'll be I don't know who thinks of these challenges now. 10 inches on fire from napalm burst. One bullet.
Chapter 1 going offline. Gotta diagnose a mechanical issue.
We're definitely gonna end up needing my ammo. Start focusing on because they do eat the zombies to gain health back, and we don't want to get down to 1 left and then we're not ready. So, if we can start focusing on these guys more, we're going to get rid of that parasite. Emotionally. Guys are both we do have like one of them the zombies that can move around.
No mercy, ass face.
No. This gun really is a kind of, well, gonna say maybe we could upgrade it. Trying to just finish this up. Now the dangerous thing when you're trying to do this is, you know, these things have like 5 different heads on them, and if you pop a head, it's kind of like the Abomination. You pop a head and you do like a lot more damage than realize. I'm really worried we're gonna flip the room. Again, it's not the end of the world. I just don't. We're close. Okay. That one we kind of have to. We're real close. We are very, very close now, guys. He is fine. Okay, I think we're gonna give this a shot.
More like Uncle Bardo's basement. That's where I did most of his paint hunting. Shit. Was that space or it's us?
Did it. Hey! Let's go. This is exactly how I hoped it was gonna go. They were that far apart. Put it right between the two of them. We got it. She's been really good crawling around. Keep up. That's great, man. All right. Well, we did it, guys. Go ahead and do all that, I guess. We'll make a guide on this later. Okay, well, I'm really happy. My first attempt at it, and we did it. So, I got no complaints. Perfectly happy with that. I was a little bit worried that they were kind of far apart when I went to shoot them.
Good
But
saying the
turns
biz.
out,
Got plenty more where that came from. Mum always told me to stop picking up scabs. Some things never change.
I now only have one dark ops challenge to do. That's a million kills. So I think I will, just because, again, it's just, at least as far as new stuff, too easy. I mean, it really wasn't that bad. this close to being able to double tap this gun. Respin cycle, the most useless gobblegum in this game, because do you ever hit the box in this game? I hate these parasites so much. Oh my. Like, the special rounds in this game are the most annoying that we have ever had. I don't care what game it was. These are the most annoying special rounds. I mean, the way I'm kind of looking at it now, you know, back at the beginning, like World of War, BO1 era, dogs were actually they could definitely like harder than the regular rounds. But they changed it, obviously. And the way I've kind of always looked at the special rounds has been more of a, like, and I'm saying this as a solo player, so maybe you guys will be play with other people, or maybe just do different but for me, the special round is always been a bit of a reprieve, like you're taking a... You have a moment to get your breath, rather than being, you know, constantly hunted down by zombies, and like you're having to do everything. And you can just chill out for a minute.
Efficiency is key when running a business.
Or whatever, you
This
know,
is me being
dogs and BO3. Just chill out. Killed a few enemies. You're gonna get a max ammo, you're gonna restock that, restock your supplies, and you can just, like, it's just, you're getting a moment to breathe, like, it's, okay. We're gonna refill this, and blah, 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 and we'll be good to go, and then, okay. And then you're on to the next round. In this game, man, it's not that they're hard, the spiders definitely are not hard, they're annoying. The parasites are... You gotta be effing kidding me level annoying. And the toxic zombies on
jackpot, right in the dog.
You kill one within 20 feet of you, and there goes your armor. Okay. Alright, well. So what do you guys think of that challenge? It's done. It's kind of like when I had that idea in MW3 Zombies, like, okay, we're doing the 100 grand exfil challenge. I really thought it was going to take me like a couple of weeks to get that done, and it was literally weeks. So now that's done, kind of like, that's what you want to talk about.
Now I just need one of those daggy Hawaiian shirts.
This time,
rotted sausages. I'm coming through.
The Tanto. It's really kind of pretty weak at this point. Let's go do a Sam. The next round is actually. You guys like the Mr. Peaks skin? I mean, I think it looks great. Oh, did it just disappear? Is it gone? Yep, I'm sure it did. Okay. Well, never mind. Let's go back. Yeah, we'll leave this. Take this next one. So we'll leave that there. Okay. Why not? Actually, probably a good idea. I don't have PhD, so I really shouldn't be shooting.
Right. Where's the ladder? Beats the hell out of shooting lawn gnomes with an air rifle.
Let's go get double tap and then we're gonna fix it. It's just I can't like it. I'm always happy when I get a challenge done because I like complete like ooh, I did that thing and I got a prize for it. But then when it's like, but there's none left, it's like it kind of sucks. Like the challenges that we got at the beginning of the game, like all these long card challenges that we have, challenges, basic ones through, like but we got no more like as the year went on. And it's just kind of a bummer. Like I like having those things to do. So now, I mean, I got the last thing that I have is the kills, which we're 400,000 away, but it's not close. So it's not like I'm gonna get it, this week or something. We're at 600,000 total kills. Again, we're 7 months away, 400,000. So even if I do, like high round, streaming every day, it's still gonna take a while to get 400,000 kills. Again, I've done round 100 on that map a handful of times, and the most kills I ever got is 22,000.
You nerds see that? I'm just warming up, baby.
So, but that will take a while. Probably like a couple of months, because I don't know how much I'm actually going to just sit here and grind out sitting in an elevator and doing all that. I mean, I'll do it, but like, I'm not going to do it.
Ah! My nose! It's in my nose!
Basically all of like the Dark House challenges that I can focus on. Which, like I said, is nice in a way. Like, hey, I like getting 100% things done. What was that? What was it? Oh, it just glitched out and fell like underneath. Like, did I just find something new? Right there. Okay, let's just go back so we're close to the calling in the expo before we actually looked at. I think Mr. Peaks looks awesome. I would be so much happier though if it was a Dr. Gray skin or anything but Maya. I mean, you know, Maya's not that bad, but she's got like all the alternate skins this year. And, like, I mean, I think Carver has one. He's got the PhD one, right? When you, what was that for? What did we get that Carver skin for? You know, like he looks like the Pentagon. Was that for just from doing Shattered Veil? I think it was. Dr. Gray has the Samantha's Pajamas skin. Do I have a key? Weaver has a couple,
Your asses need to ride
but
out
not
of
a
here. I
lot.
got the chopper
And
ready.
you know, like I said, Maya's got so many of them.
That's it. Send in the bird. The nerds are all cranky and I'm one step away from going tits up.
What's up, Stay Frosty?
Extraction request received.
Block me as I was trying to know. I'm good, man. I am good. We did our Fatale challenge first try. So that was the whole
Raptor
point
1
of the
at
stream.
evac point.
We banked it out. So good, man. Should we call in the chopper gun? I haven't used a chopper gun in forever. Do it.
Exfil site needs some house cleaning.
I haven't used a chopper gun. Well, that's not true because I did it on. You used it on the C-Rex. I haven't used it in an Expo in so long. What is this guy? What are you doing out here? Did you guys remember like when the trailer first came out of this? Like they were the initial gameplay footage they were showing us? And the tentacle monster in the water, like
Yeah.
I
Ventilating
don't know, I
new
felt like it was
ships
gonna be more
never
of a,
gets
I
old.
mean, obviously it's gonna be like a boss fight, maybe person, but I don't know, I felt like it was gonna be more of a thing like during actual gameplay. And then it really wasn't much. I mean, it, you know, would pop up from time to time. Was it hard to do? I've not done that one yet. No, honestly,
plan on hanging
not really.
around.
The only
Team strapped in.
oh, the hard part. So you get your first
Right here.
amalgam on round 16, and then you basically just got to keep him alive. So it's not hard to keep him alive, but he's constantly sprinting at you, so you have to run away. Like you're always running for 5 straight rounds, which is, I wouldn't call it hard. It's kind of annoying, but other than that, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm going to make a guide on how to do it, but really it boils down to bring the HE1 rocket launcher in your gobblegum pack, have an insta-kill, and then that's it. Have, you know, the other thing is, like, I use the Panto, bought it off the wall. It's a fairly weak gun. It's precise. You can... There's our card there. Hey, we're level 420, blaze it, bro. Just get them super weak, pop the insta-kill, make sure they're close together, shoot the ground right between them. I mean, there was nothing more to it than that. So we go to our challenges. This is what I was talking about, this career, hard, and prestige. Like, we didn't get anything else, like, you know. And there were a fair amount of challenges, especially the prestige ones. I guess those were the ones that kind of take you through the year. Like, these are the initial ones. The career, you know, stuff. And you've got, what, in each one you've got 6. So 6, 12, 18 total challenges there. Same for this. And then prestige, you've got, you know, I don't know, a number of them. Up to 10, right? So another 60. Like, that's close to about 100 challenges. So that's not it's not nothing. It's just, I don't know. I've got a channel, so obviously I do this a lot. I play a lot. But I just kind of wish there was more throughout the year. Like, we got a few new ones, like some seasonal stuff. Like, I think Cold War really did it right, where you had those seasonal challenges. We'll look at that in a second, actually. We can talk about that a little bit. So this is the Dark Ops challenges, and again, the only thing I don't have done is this very first one up here, which is the 1,000,000 kills. I literally have everything else now. There's the Fatale. I like the Terminus round 51 boss calling card, so I think I'm going to keep that on. I'm never going to put Fatale on here. Do this real quick though, just for footage for the video I'll be making, the guide that I'll be making later on this. I'm going for 100% on zombies. Some of them are annoying. You got the 1,000,000 kills? I don't have 1,000,000 kills. That's the only one I don't have now. That's this one, this first one here. It's the only thing I don't have, and we just checked at the beginning of this. I have just over 600,000 total kills on this game. Hold on one second. So I think my streams, some of my streams going forward, not all of them for sure. Like I said, the new game coming out this year is a COD 2025 is going to be a sequel to Black Ops 2, and supposedly the rumors are, as of now, we are getting a transit remaster / remake / reimagining. I hope it's the latter one more than anything else. I hope it's a true reimagining. I would be super excited for that, but I don't want it just to be a straight remaster of kind of like if they do, like Tag der Toten was a remake of Call of the Dead, but it was still played way differently. There was new parts to the map, all that. If they do something along those kinds of lines, then I'll be happy. Because if it's just a straight remake, like Transit's a nightmare. The denizens, you know, the fog, like the stuff, all the areas in between the five stops, you know, around, like there's nothing to do in there. I think if they open it up and you could genuinely walk through the entire map, and there were things to do in between those points of interest. So, you know, if there's bus depot, then you've got the tunnel, okay, then you've got the diner. From the diner to power or farm or whatever, there's nothing in between there, though. Like, if there were things to do on the way, there's just put more things in there. Kind of like how the cabin is over there in, you know, from power to town. You got the cabin where you go pick up the jet gun part. If there's more things like that, like a lot more things like that, we get a free bundle in Cold War. $45 minutes of double XP. Okay. Don't they transfer too? Like the double XP tokens? I think so. Anyway, the one thing I want to, the whole reason I'm over here now is I want to check combat record. Zombies. Total eliminations 777,000. So I'm actually less than a $250,000 away from hitting the 1 mil on this game. And I played this a lot. And I'm already at 600,000 on Black Ops 6, and I would say my time in 40 days, 20, I'll call it 41 days. Like I know that's more than I have on Black Ops 6, so I kind of don't know how I have so much fewer kills on here. I don't know. I spent a total of 31 days in game. Took ages to get Nebula before directed mode came out. So. Very early on, doing the DLC guns helps 1 million kills. It's been leaked. The game will be set in 2035, but zombies will still be 1997 right now. I don't know about that zombies part. I'm not sure, but the 2035, yeah, I have heard that. I wanted some jet gun info in BO6 instead of okay, let's make the gun audio log the team going to transit and finding the parts. Then we explained that it broke a few times. Well, that's the other thing too with transit. Like, if they do the jet gun again, which I don't think they need to at all. Like, they redid the jet gun on Liberty Falls, as you're saying, with on Panos and all that kind of stuff. They definitely don't need to do another jet gun. They could do something else. But if they do, they better not make it so it can break. There's like, again, I think Transit has the kind of the bones, the framework for a potential incredible zombies map. It's just the execution of that, whether it was limitations from the engine at the time, and the reason why they put all the fog in there, and the denizens was to slow you down because the engines from the Xbox 360s and the PS3s at the time couldn't keep up, and it would crash your game. Okay, but they gotta get rid of that stuff, man. It's just, I mean, they can have fog, but it can't be like so you can't see 2 feet in front of your face. I don't think they should have denizens, period. But if they do, they cannot be the non-stop, constantly jumping on your head. Like, that's beyond, like, way beyond annoying. So actually, I have more kills on this game than I realized. 777,000. I thought it was like, well, initially I thought it was like 400,000, and then I checked the other day, like I said, and it was like 700,000. I didn't think I had 777. I didn't think it was that many. But this is what I was talking about as far as with the challenges. Like, something I really like, I think Cold War nailed it, is every season you got all of these. How many challenges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 challenges per season. And it's like, okay, even if it's near the same number of total challenges, although I still definitely think there's more in Cold War, even if there's like a similar number, getting it per season was like another thing to do, and like spreading things out. It's like when they release something like BO4, when they put out 4 maps at launch, and people are like, that's incredible. I don't think it's incredible. I think it's actually kind of bad. I think they should, if they have 4 maps that are ready to go, that's great, but do 1 a month for the first 4 months, and then take a little bit of a break between, or now you have another 4 maps that you had planned for that, and then keep going. So you've got 8 straight months of new stuff, new maps plus new challenges. Like, to me, that's the way to do it. Don't release everything at once. Just to me, I don't think that's the best way to go. I think rather than like, for them it's nice because they get to say, hey, we have more maps, we have more whatever, we have more content at launch than we've ever had in the history of Call of Duty Zombies, blah blah blah. It's like, whatever, that's fine, but like, think back to when BO4 came out. Forget the crashes and everything, whatever. Kind of like, people didn't know, you're kind of dividing the community up, and people don't know where to kind of go. And I think when we're all together on the same page, it's way better for the community at large, the entirety of zombies, because we can all hone in on the same stuff. We're all invested in the same type of things. We're all like wanting to do the same stuff. So I don't know. I like how they added retrieve from the Dark Ether in the patch notes for the Ray Gun Mark II. Yeah. The whole thing with the Dark Ether is literally everything that came before Cold War and through Cold War, so Samantha for that matter, is technically still alive in the Dark Ether, or was alive. Like at the end of, let's say at the end of Black Ops 4, everything got banished to the Dark Ether, and then they blew up the Agarthan device. Like, they shattered it. So basically you took the portal away from being able to go through the from the Dark Ether to our world. But everything that came before it, that includes Tank and Richtoff, that, whichever version, there's a million different versions of our guys, right? All the 4 main crew, the Victus crew, like all those old maps, everything that happened in that, in the old games, is still technically, it's not dead. They're not gone. They're just in a different place that was supposedly inaccessible now, that being the Dark Ether. But even with that, we know at the end of Cold War with Forsaken, I mean, Samantha goes through the Forsaken stomach into the Dark Ether, and we're trying to, the whole point of why this is continuing is we're trying to get her out of the Dark Ether. So there is a way where everything is still that we've had in the history of zombies, which is, I think, why they're spending so much time in this game, in Black Ops 6, connecting everything from the past, including Vanguard with, Strauss and everything, is we are going to get this stuff back. Pretty much all of it. Even stuff that was not supposed to be connected, like the Chaos Crew, which technically I know in, Vanguard, that's when they connected it. But Vanguard, can't we just all agree that, like, Vanguard didn't really happen? We can just throw that out because it was the worst thing that has ever happened to zombies. It was terrible. So, anyway, there was too much to explore with 4 maps. If that makes sense. I 100% agree with you, Frosty. Like, it's just too much. And again, there's too many, it gets us all going in different directions. And I don't think that's great. Because when the discussion is, what about on 9? No, but 9, forget 9. I'm on Blood of the Dead. No, well, I'm not on Blood of the Dead. Dude, I want Voyage of Despair. It's the Titanic. It's the Titanic map. And other people are like, well, I'm on Classified, dude, because it's 5. Like, there's going to be a whole other thing that, like, it gets too many people going in too many different directions. And I think, again, when the community can kind of be together and focused on a thing, I think we're all more engaged. I think it's more fun. Anyway. Everything could be alive. Time is different in the Dark Ether. When Sam went in the Dark Ether in the Firebase, she was gone for 3 days. The Dark Ether was for months. It's basically like a 10-to-1 ratio, Dark Ether to here. So 1 year would here would be 10 years in the Dark Ether. Along those kinds of lines, anyway. But yeah, so like it's staying alive in the Dark Ether. That's a whole other prospect. Like, that's dangerous in and of itself. We learned how dangerous it can be from all the in Cold War, from all the radios and the intel that we got from Zykov, who turned out to be the Forsaken. We know how dangerous it is in there, but everything, like I said, that came before Cold War, it's not like all dead and gone. It was just banished to another place that was supposedly inaccessible. That being, again, the Dark Ether. But at the very end of the Dark Ether with the Forsaken, Sam, there is a portal. And I have a feeling how I thought Cold War Zombies was going to end is actually how Black Ops 6 Zombies is going to end. Where we're going to get, like, over the radio as we're, like, going into a boss fight or something, whoever is on the other end of the line with Blanchard or whoever now. In Cold War, I thought it was going to be Weaver. Like, hey, we're feeling this major disruption. The instruments are going off the charts. They're, blah, blah, blah. Something's happening. And a rift would open up, and then there'd be a shot from the back, and then, like, our 4 guys would, from the old crew, from the Ether crew, would kind of step forward, and it'd be Richtofen and Dempsey and Takeo and Nikolai. I thought that's how Cold War was going to end, and it didn't, obviously. But now I have a feeling that's how Black Ops 6 is going to end. They keep setting us up for it, so I still think it's certainly possible. The ending of Tag with the Victor's crew was still alive. Yeah, see, again, they were alive with that. It was just, Stuhlinger being like, Richtofen, we did everything, you asked. Why? And, Richtofen's like, I know, Sammy. I know. They weren't dead. They just weren't coming out of the Dark Ether. They were, you got banished over there. Now, whether they actually lived through that experience because of how dangerous it is there, that's a whole other story. But you can just make up anything you want. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they made it. They banded together, and they were used to fighting zombies, and so they made it. So we could be getting the Victus crew back, like, hey, we might be getting more Misty. Who knows? I love the intro with the Classified, and the Pentagon Thief was on the moon. The actual, like, intro cutscene for Classified, I think, is probably the best they've ever done. It was incredible. The art style for that was awesome. I still wish we had a cutscene of Sam being in the frozen forest as she had all the premises items on her. Yeah, as that's the last place they had them, in the frozen forest before they were poisoned. I've just subbed, loved nerding out about God zombies, and a lot. I love it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Frosty. As much as I do know, and I kind of have studied it, but I mean, there are plenty of people that know more than me. There's a lot of people that know way less than me too. But the whole story is so confusing going back with the alternate timelines and all that kind of stuff, like the alternate dimensions. And this, we're in dimension 65, we're in dimension 119. Like, I get lost with all that kind of stuff. Like which. I don't know. Like doing a linear timeline, like I couldn't tell you how things actually played out in order. There's just so much stuff. I really think they should have, at the end of, like, Black Ops 4 should have been it. I mean, that's the whole reason why we got the Chaos Crew and why Blundell himself specifically said these two worlds, these two universes are not connected in any way, shape, or form. They are completely separate. Is because Blundell was like, okay, Ether story, which he didn't start. He's like, this is done now. If you go back to Black Ops 3, at the end of Gorod Krovi, it says, to be concluded in Revelations. At the end of Revelations, the end. You don't put the end just because it's the end of the game. You do it when it's the end of the story. And that's where the story was actually supposed to stop. But because Black Ops 3 was so immensely popular, Activision was like, why are we going to stop that story when it's this popular? Like, no. You're going to keep going. So that's why the 3 maps that we did get, plus classified, for the Ether Crew in that game were remakes. And they didn't have to, like, create new stuff entirely because they didn't have time. It's because it wasn't planned on happening at all. That wasn't, the intention was just to be the Chaos story. And then at some point, Activision was like, yeah, no, man, super popular. We're not going to kill that. And I think the deal Blundell made was like, okay, we'll do one more game with them, but I'll end it now. Like, and they were probably like, okay, and then you're starting the new story and whatever. So I think they should have just, at the end of BO4, like, that should have been it. So when we got Cold War and we saw that woman walk up, and it was like, is that Samantha Maxis? And then we saw her dial the phone. And now I want to go look at the scene, because it's actually a really cool scene, too. And we saw that she spelled out Maxis. It was like, oh, that is Sam. Like, it was so cool in one sense, but at the other, for me, it was like, you needed to just stop. You needed to cut that off and just do something brand new. And they just, I don't know, I think they're just kind of scared to go away from it, like, entirely, because of the reception that the Chaos Crew got. Most people didn't like them. They didn't like the characters. I think the story itself was fine. I think it was good. Where are the cinematics? Yeah, here it is, Cinematic Archive. Right here.
What have you done?
Did you get the package?
We've lost 2 teams since you went dark. Old war footage is the last thing on my mind right now.
Watch it.
Anyway, we don't have to super focus on. I get sucked into this every time I get into that, and I'm just reading your comments here too as well, Frosty, too as well. So if Premise comes back, wouldn't that open up the multiverse? Well, again, all of that stuff is still exists. It's just in the dark ether. So this is my understanding of it, at least.
Yeah,
so we could get any number of different versions of Richthofen, of Dempsey, of Takeo, of Nikolai, etc., because all of those iterations of them should still exist technically in the dark ether.
What the hell
Again,
is that?
Nothing was destroyed. Just the only thing that was destroyed was the Garthan device. Like, that was the portal, the access point, right, to the dark ether. But at least my reading of it, but everything still exists. It's just in the dark ether, and we can't get it. But if we figure out how to open a portal to it, or vice versa, like we did again in Forsaken, then all that stuff that is in there technically has the ability to come out. So, I don't know. Well, Shattered Veil is future. It takes place technically like right now, like 2025-ish, whereas Black Ops 6 takes place in 1991. So Ava, I don't even know if she would have been born yet. So, I mean, if she is, she's just a little kid in Black Ops 6 timeline. Because yeah, that takes place. MWZ takes place like in our current time now, like again around 2025-ish. And Cold War. Cold War was 86. I think it was 81 to 86 total. The game itself. I mean, and Black Ops 6 is 91. At least when we started. The blood vials were broken, but is Dr. Monty still out there? Will we still be bonded to them?
No. It's happening again. Have you heard of the Omega Group?
The whole blood vial thing gets very tricky and kind of weird. Like we don't need, like at the end of Blood of the Dead, how Richtofen.
I can't do that, Weaver.
So you got the one Richtofen in the machine having his blood sucked out and dying, and then you've got the other Richtofen that had come in, and he gives the.
I'm sorry.
This
is the only way.
The book. Gives it to Nikolai. The Chronorium, Jesus, sorry. And then they all throw the blood vials on the ground and they smash, right before they step through the portal. So the blood vials should be gone, broken, but again, you can retcon really anything, which is from a writer's standpoint, I suppose, it's great. From a viewer, it's like, I mean, just don't retcon everything. You know what I mean? Like, make a decision, stick to it. I don't know. If you got pulled into the Dark Ether at the end of credits of MWZ, a Shadow, Smith Cutter, Sam took her to the mansion. Yes, but I mean, like, the mansion could still be there. You know, like the whole thing. We all, because of the hat, it looked like Dr. Monty, although it looked like more of a cowboy hat to me than it did Dr. Monty's hat. The Shadow Man's hat, although very, very similar. So who's to say? But I mean, Liberty Falls still exists, 35 years ahead, so it could still be there. Like, it wouldn't necessarily matter. You know what I mean? Like, so long as that mansion is still there, or so long as the town is still there, the mansion could still be there for sure. Janus Towers could still be there for sure. So it wouldn't necessarily mean that she's got pulled into the Dark Ether and into the past or anything. Although, is the Dark Ether, time is a flat circle, you can go to any time you want to at any given point? I don't know. It's weird how all that went down. It's the Richtofen from Origins, but the normal crew got sent back from Rev, and blood didn't happen long after. It's hard to understand. Well, that's what I'm saying. Once you start getting to that point, then I get super confused, and my head just starts spinning, and I go, I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. So yeah, you got a good point there. It was similar, but the entity said something about Shadowsmith, so I guess well, because Ava says, Mom, is that you? And so we know that Samantha is her biological mother. Dr. Gray carried her as a surrogate. Ava, we're talking about now. And Samantha is her biological mother, and Ravenov is her biological father. But again, it was like they were doing the tests on them, and they were just extracting DNA and, concocting. It wasn't really necessarily, from what Ravenov was saying, it was completely against their will. So, yeah, but anyway, so at the end of that, Ava says, Mom, or something like, is that you? Or I can't remember. It's been a minute since I've seen that cutscene. And it looks like the Shadow Man, and it's definitely, they're in Liberty Falls, and what's behind it, him in the shadows, I think it looks like the mansion, right? So it could just be that, the mansion, any of these places where a portal opens up or this activity happens is just now continues to be a gateway, or it's just a hotbed of that activity. You think of it as like, this is a really haunted place, that kind of a deal, because it's built on, Indian burial ground or whatever, like stupid old cliche type stuff. So if it's like that, think of like from Cold War, like Outbreak, where like on Ruka, right? The map, Ruka, the where you fight Legion. It's like, that's probably a spot where the veil between the two worlds is thin because they've already penetrated it at a certain point. It could be one of those types of deals. So that Ava might be getting pulled into there 35 years in the future, from Black Ops 6, would still make sense. Wouldn't necessarily mean that they were going back to that time. I hope that the intro of MWZ gets retconned. I don't know if Infinity Ward had the rights to end it, or if Treyarch gave them the go-ahead. Treyarch did, at least started MWZ. Like, everything that came out, not even Season 1, pre-season, like the game that everything that came at launch for Zombies was Treyarch was in charge of. They did all that, which is why basically we got so little afterwards, because Treyarch's like, hey, our game comes out later this year, we have to go work on that. Like, it's yours now. I guarantee you, though, the whole cutscene stuff, like all the story, like the actual, like all that kind of stuff was 100% worked out between the two of them. Like, there's no way that Infinity Ward just Sledgehammer, actually, because it wasn't Infinity Ward, it was Sledgehammer that was doing it. Like, they weren't allowed to just make up their own version of the story, whatever was going on there. Mighty, what's going on, man? Good to see you again. To be honest, Able could be in a liminal space. Yeah, definitely. I thought Infinity Ward just killed him off. And I was like, yeah, sort of. No, I don't think so. Oh, you're talking about like the intro cutscene where Weaver and we think it's Gray and Carver are around the table with the vials. Yeah. No, Treyarch was in charge of all of that stuff. So, and then throughout the year, again, the reason why we didn't get any more seasonal challenges and those kinds of things to do is because it was passed off. Well, initially it went from Treyarch to High Moon Studios, and then right when it got passed off to High Moon, which is a very small company, that was when they got half of their company was laid off. This is after like the sale officially had gone through from Activision to Xbox. So they lost a bunch of their staff, and then they were already a tiny studio, and they're like, we can't do this. And we got like 7 people that work here now. And then eventually it got pushed off over into Sledgehammer's lap and whatever. Back on Cold War, I see. No, I just did. The stream was me completing the Dark Ops Challenge Fatale on BO6. And we just started getting into, we're talking storyline, a lot of lore kind of stuff, and it just made me think of something from here, and so we just hopped back on just to show. So I'm not playing Cold War today, and I did the challenge first try, so thankfully that's done. The only challenge I have, Dark Ops challenge I have left, or actually the only Zombies challenge I have left in Black Ops 6 period, is the 1 million kills. That's it. Actually, that's why we initially came back over here. Just because I have 600 and something thousand kills now on BO6, and I was coming back to show one. I think they did the challenges better here in Cold War than they did in BO6. I don't know why they didn't just do this again. This is, to me, is like the perfect system for us. Every season you get like 20 new challenges to do. Honestly, being a little bit kind of selfish about this too, just as a creator on YouTube, this is so much better too, because when you can focus on the 20 challenges, that are seasonal, and then I can do that stuff and do the map, and then whatever the new map is, and then also the challenges. But then if you have a season where you don't get a new map, but you still have challenges, still plenty of content to do, stuff for us all to focus on and work towards and get done. Whereas, for BO6, it was all released at the beginning of the year and get it done at your own pace or as soon as possible. I think this was better. Like, again, I don't think the Black Ops 4 version of, hey, the game's coming out. Here's 4 new maps at launch. Like, no, 1 per month would be fine for 4 straight months. It'd be great, actually. Or for just 8 months. The game had a total of 8 maps. 1 per month for the first 8 months, and then that's it. And then there's like this gap, and now we're getting the new stuff. Like the stuff is, we're only 2-3 weeks away, guys, from getting the reveal of what COD. I mean, probably the last couple of years, it's been like the first week of June that the stuff has come out. From the reveal of what COD 2025 officially is, we think it's going to be the Black Ops 2 sequel. We think it's going to be done by Sledgehammer, kind of like last year's game was MW3, a sequel to MW2, obviously, but like an older Infinity Ward game. This is going to be a sequel done by Sledgehammer of an old Treyarch game, and supposedly all the zombie stuff is going to be done by Treyarch, though. And also supposedly one of the maps that's coming with the game is going to be 6 of them, round-based. This is all leaks and rumors for now, so don't take this as fact 100%. This is just what I've been hearing. And one of those maps is going to be a Transit remake / remaster / reimagine. And again, I really hope it's a reimagining. Keep the bare bone structure of that big kind of a map, and there could be there could be a bus, or there could be better ways to use the bus. But hopefully it will be like think of Outbreak, but with Transit, like being an Outbreak map, basically. So you could literally walk through, like when you go to Golova or something. You don't have to just get a dirt bike and stick to the roads. You can walk through the grass, like from the bottom of the map to the top of the map, left to the right, wherever. I hope that's what the Transit remake will be, because if it's that and they redo the Easter eggs, like a new Easter egg, there can be fog. Fog is fine. Just make it not so crazy. Get rid of the denizens, or at least super, 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 unbelievably super tone them down. I think it could be an all-timer of a map. We didn't see Maya at the table. Was it Strauss there? Weaver 100%. Then I thought, to me it was Weaver, Carver, Gray, Strauss. I think that was the implications of it anyway, but it's been a while. Am I okay with leaks before I say anything? Want to make sure you're okay with it. Well, it depends. Everything from here on out, we probably follow the same people over on Twitter and wherever, Frosty. But everything is rumors at the moment. I tell you, you can put it in there in the chat, and then I will delete it just so other people don't see it. Well, then actually you could delete it, because if I do it, then you get put into everything you have said would be deleted. I don't want to do that. No 100% spoilers, but What are your thoughts on this? The Wonder Weapon name in the files is T10 Pi P19 Jade Wonder Weapon, and people think it's the Cerberus from Mauer. Is the P19 is code for a pistol? 2 perks in the files. WWWZ. I would be disappointed if they're just recycling more Wonder Weapons from the past. The Cerberus, I think, is sneakily one of the best Wonder Weapons we've ever had in any zombies game. It's definitely one of the most powerful ones, and you want the base version of it is the best one, to me, by far. It's just not a cool weapon, but as far as efficiency and effectiveness, it's incredible. Definitely one of the best ones. So, I don't know that I would be unhappy necessarily, but I don't want them to just... it's one of the big problems I think just Call of Duty, honestly, period, is a nostalgia problem. I don't love a ton of remakes. I don't love constantly dipping back into the past. Again, I thought after BO4 they should have made a clean break from it and started a brand new story and just moved on. And they're so scared of doing that. And, a lot of it is people that do what I do, content creators. And, You know, this is the same type of people though that don't understand. Like, IW Zombies is a great game. It was a great game, but because it's not Treyarch's OG crew, it's garbage, just out of hand because it's just not them. So it's got to be bad, and it's not. It's an incredible game. I would take an IW Zombies 2 over a Zombies Chronicles 2 any day of the week. I mean, I don't even like. What would even a Zombies Chronicles 2 be at this point? What are they going to remake that they haven't remade already? Like, what is there left to do? You could start remaking BO3 and BO4 stuff. But, I mean, if you start touching BO3, I personally wouldn't have a problem with it. People will lose their minds. Like, you can't remaster BO3. BO3's perfect. Like, and then BO4, like, you said you didn't like it at the time, but now you love it. And, like, I don't know, man. Like, what else is there left to do? They kind of hit it all with the original Chronicles in BO3. And any celebrity cast you can't redo. You can't just like put a new coat of paint over it, you know, just like a straight remaster so it looks better, because you'd have to pay those actors again. And they're not going to do that. You guys know how cheap Activision is. So what does that even leave left to do? I mean, they could do Die Rise. They could do, again, Transit, like whatever. And I'm cool with a new Transit, but it's like, again, you could take the bare bones of what Transit was and then really kind of from the ground up after that, you change like everything else about it other than the actual map itself. It's kind of like on IW Zombies, Raven the Redwoods, when we're talking pure map, like if you just look at the map and like the, you know, the way it looks when you're in it and the feel of the place, like how it was designed and set up and the ambiance of it, I think is an S tier map. When you include the Easter egg, it brings it down to like a B tier map because the Easter egg is just so lame in that. The map itself, the setting, the location, the feel of it is top notch though. It's just the Easter egg. Not just. Like, it's a big part of, obviously, the map. But if that Easter egg was better, if we had, like, a Shaolin-level Easter egg on Raven the Redwoods be an S-tier map. And it's just, like, as it is now, it's like most people have it like a B, C tier. Which is a shame. Anyway, WW could be either a new perk or Widow's Wine. I think WW usually stands for Wonder Weapon in those files. WZ, I don't know. Could be Zombshell from BO4. I would hope not. No, you don't have to delete this stuff. I thought it was going to be... I was afraid you were going to give like something very specific away, but that's fine. No, you're fine. The Jade W... So that's a Jade Wonder Weapon. It, to me, is what that means. Do we have a Wonder Weapons? Like, because if you look at in BO6, right, when you do the ice staff, when you complete the tomb, it goes from being that blue gemstone in it to a green one, right? Like Jade. Now, if they brought back the ice staff again, I think we're giving them a lot of leeway. Like, we're even letting... Anyway, hold on. First things first. Here. So like that. So like, if... Initially, it looks like this. It's the blue gemstone, right? And then you complete... Oh, no, actually, it's this one. And then you complete it, and then it looks like this. A green gemstone, which is... Green is a jade, gem. Jade is a green gem. But if they brought back the ice staff again, like that would be a lot, man. I don't know. I want some new weapons. I like getting old ones, but we need some new stuff. There's just, again, there's too much of a nostalgia, to me, a problem with Call of Duty in general, and with zombies. Like, the people that have been around in the community for a long time, they just can't let it go. They can't, Like, they want another Friday the 13th movie, another Friday the 13th movie, and another one, and Jason's the best slasher ever, and you gotta stick with it. Like, I want Scream, I want Halloween, I want new stuff, I want different stuff. Don't just keep giving me different iterations of Friday the 13th. I want new ones. It's a good map, but for streamers and YouTubers who record, your bitrate would eat shit. Into that weird mode, shot any arrows. I don't know. I never really had any problems with it. You're talking about Rave. I know you keep leaving comments, and I'm still yapping away. And by the time I get to your comments, it's like stuff I was talking about 10 minutes ago. So sorry. It's not that bad. I don't know. I mean, BO2. I thought you were talking about BO2 initially because trying to record BO2 and put anytime streaming it, uploading it, it's just a pixel fest, man. Especially when on a darker map like Transit. All you're seeing are literal squares throughout because it's just pixel after pixel. It just looks terrible. There was a 5th staff in Origins that was green. I think it could be that. 5th staff in Origins. When did that come about? I'm completely unaware of that. I wanted some lore about the ice staff in Tomb. Like, how do they get it? Where? Oh, it didn't make it into the game. Okay. I was like, all right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was about to say a couple of minutes ago. Like, I think we're letting them get away with a lot in Black Ops 6. And I kind of don't know why. There's been a lot of weird, or, I don't know. There's been a lot of decisions made, like a lot of their storytelling in this game has been, it's confusing to me, not in a, like, I don't get it kind of, like, it's hard to follow. I just mean, like, that's a peculiar choice. So, let's just go back, okay? One, is kind of weird that the intro cutscene we got for Liberty Falls was Richthofen and his family and all that kind of stuff. And then the game comes out. Sam's not in it. Richthofen's not in it. None of that stuff was in it. And it's actually should have been the intro cutscene for Shattered Veil. Not for Liberty Falls. Where are the cinematics in this game? Like, this doesn't make any sense that this is the cinematic for Liberty Falls. This 100% should be the cinematic for Shattered Veil. Was Shattered Veil supposed to come out at the beginning? Not as far as the storyline's been going. So that doesn't make sense. But in this trailer, we get the mansion, we get the Wonder Waffle, we get the Sam, which we thought at the time was Samantha, because she was stuck in, into the dark ether in the Forsaken at the end of Forsaken, and then into the Sophia Ball, and then we have a new-looking Sophia Ball, and Richthofen says something about Sam, you'll never, blah blah blah, and she's like, I already am. And it's like, oh, there's, Samantha's back. It's not. It's SAM Sam, the AI. This is 100% the trailer for Shattered Veil, not for Liberty Falls. So it's bizarre that it was like a 6-month gap. Like, why did they even give this to us? They could have skipped this. We had an intro cinematic for Terminus. It wasn't like they didn't give us anything. So why? I don't understand. I don't get it.
Warning. Dimensional breach in progress.
Sub-level 10. Report.
It's just a cash grab to get people's attention. My little video about going to the real Liberty Falls is our intro. Well, he didn't go to Liberty Falls. He went to No. Where did he go? He went to Citadel. Glitching Queen. I don't know. She went. She had a friend or something, like, dude, like, I think that maybe lived near there and was doing. She did a lot of research into the area. and did like, I think they did like a drone thing. I can't remember. It's been a while. They made Rick Tucker kind of useless. Yeah. He went to Liberty too. Oh, I don't. Okay. I don't remember him doing the Liberty Falls stuff. Like this just doesn't make sense as the Liberty Falls trailer. None of it, like, this is all purely Shattered Veil stuff. None of this is Liberty Falls stuff. It's all Shattered Veil. It's just bizarre that it didn't make it, like, that it made it, well, that they put a trailer out 6 months before before Shattered Veil came out.
But Edward, I already am.
It's just really weird that, like, and then anyway, and then we get Panos in Liberty Falls, and then we haven't heard one word about Panos since then. And then on Terminus, we get introduced to Dr. Modi, which all of us, I guarantee you, every single one of us is thinking, Dr. Modi, Dr. Monty? Did they say Dr. Monty? Like, no. They said Dr. Modi. It's like, oh, okay. All right, so anyway, so this Dr. Modi, she's going to be like one of the new big bads that we have to go. No, she's dead by the end of the map. Like, oh, okay. We get introduced to Maya, and we know that she's there because of the intro cutscene for that, for Terminus. She's looking for her brother. Oh, okay. It's going to be one, like, her big story arc is going to be trying to, get him freed, and it's going to take, potentially games to... No. Halfway through the first map, he's going to be dead. Okay, but... And then they're at that halfway point where her brother that she's after dies. Because we kill him. Although, you guys know he's the Amalgam. One of the Amalgams. And then we hear... there's that mid-game cutscene with Modi, and we talk about Franco, and he's one of the traffickers, and we think, oh, okay, so Franco's going to be this, like, at the end cutscene of Terminus. We're going to go hunt down Franco, and there's going to be in the next map, we kill him, but only if you play as Maya, and you only see him for, what is it, 20 to 30 seconds? It's like they keep setting things up and then ending it. Setting up, ending it. Citadel. What's Gabriel Kraft. Okay, we're bringing in the guy from Vanguard, who I don't know how he's still even alive at this point. For 45 years later, I mean, he looked pretty old in Vanguard, but whatever. Okay, so he's gonna be. Oh no, he's gonna die at the end of the map. Like, what are we doing? Relax. You keep introducing new people and killing them immediately, and then you set stuff up 7 months ago that we haven't even touched on again yet. Like, what is going on? And that they said at the end of Citadel, we're gonna go to France. We're in France. It's nearby, and we're going to an excavation site. Origins, anybody? And that there's going to be the ice staff as the wonder weapon. Okay, it's definitely Origins, but it's not Origins.
Let's get out of here.
And there's an ice staff. Why is there an ice staff?
We're not going anywhere.
Like, there's a lot of stuff that we're just
It'll take me some time to get there.
letting them kind of get away with, and it doesn't really make sense to me.
Go locate the landing pad. Peck, Strauss.
I don't know.
To the guard station. I want Richtofen's coordinates. Go to store power, and then locate this woman's brother.
Yeah, Liberty was... I don't know. I mean... Liberty, for what it is, meaning to me, it's purely a... it's the camo grinding map. It's the... You've got these challenges, whether it's Dark Ops challenge or whatever. Stuff you need to get, like... It's the get shit done map, right? And it's not bad for that. You don't even have to turn on power, so that's why it's a good map as far as I'm concerned. I don't love it. I mean, for me, Shattered Veil is 1, Terminus 2, Citadel 3. Big step down, Liberty Falls. Another million steps down is the Tomb. I think the Tomb is god-awful. It's a whole lot of nothing, man. It's just empty, cavernous things that's supposed to have this atmosphere and be creepy, and there's nothing in it. There's no... Like, think of, where Quick Revive is. You got the waterfall type stuff going on and whatever. There's a whole lot of nothing there. It's so disappointing. I found it, anyway. And I'm not... If you like the Tomb, that's fine. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying, you shouldn't. I'm just saying I don't, and I don't get the whole... I don't get its existence. And I don't know why they would do, so specifically reference Origins, the greatest map of all time. Even if you don't have it as your number 1, it's probably in your top 3 or top 5. It can't be very far from that. And then they put it on the Tomb. Okay. Getting the Sam theme when Richtofen said "You'll never be free," that made me so happy, but it wasn't real Sam. Yeah, see, it was confusing at the beginning, and now it makes sense. 7 months later or 6 months later, whenever the Shattered Veil actually came out. But definitely peculiar. I kind of don't understand how they're doing things a lot. It's really what? But okay. Also, with the Terminus intro on the wall in We Resell, Archon's message from Vanguard. Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Because, again, we're combining everything now, which I don't like. I really don't like. But wish I could forget that game. Vanguard was so... I mean, it was terrible, for sure. But it wasn't even, a real game. Especially at launch. There was legit, 10 minutes of content at launch that they gave us. Of new stuff. So god-awful. I genuinely forget that game exists. Anytime I'm talking about zombies, it's out of my mind entirely. Because I don't even consider it a real game. I don't consider it part of the zombie story. It was beyond way less than half-assed, or however, whatever way is worse. It was more than half-assed, less than half-assed, whatever. It was no-assed. It was terrible. The Origins theme when you played Enter from the bottom of the Tomb, it was just a tease. But why on that map of all maps? Just, again, leave the stuff from the past alone. I don't know. Tomb was filler. They could have gotten all the Tomb into one audio log. 100%. And that guy, Archibald, whatever his name is, oh, ballyhoo, blah, 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 this cartoon character. Just stop, man. From what we know about the Archon, all the entities died due to the Archon, but when we defeated the Archon, he fell into the Dark Ether. I've never played Vanguard, but I love lore, so I know it, kind of. I played Vanguard. I have a channel, a zombies channel, so I kind of had no other choice. It was a cool looking boss fight. I don't know that he fell into the Dark Ether though. I don't know what that was, to be honest with you, because you teleport into the boss fight arena, which I suppose it could be the Dark Ether, but it doesn't look like the Dark Ether that we had seen in Cold War. It doesn't look like the Dark Ether that we see in BO6 either. So I don't know. But how time works and how things look differently, possible, I don't know. You just shoot the hell out of him in his eye, and then he falls kind of down into nothingness. I don't know, man. I honestly, when it comes to Vanguard, I didn't take it seriously after playing it the first time. It was I couldn't take it seriously. And I didn't even bother really trying to follow the actual story, what they were trying to tell. It just felt like Saturday morning cartoon bullshit. It was terrible. The stuff they gave us at launch, it was literally 10 minutes of stuff to do, and then you exfilled. And then they're like, okay, we were all... There's a whole story behind this, and I've said it a million times, why it ended up being this way. But then it was okay, but it's going to get better. There's going to be an Easter egg the next time. And then when the next, season rolled around, whenever the next update that they had for us, the whole Easter egg was you found a piece of paper on the floor, and then you went and talked to a door. And I'm not lying. That's what it was. You stood at a door, and there was, talking over the top of it. That was it. The first 3, Easter eggs in that were it's not ready yet, come back later. It's not ready yet, come back later. It's not ready yet, come back later. We have to translate the pages, come back later. It was all such garbage, man. And then we got, the Shino Numa, did anybody want Shino Numa back? And it was an okay at best Easter egg. It got, people would be like, it really wasn't that bad. It was the best version of Shino, but Shino is not a great map. It's kind of atmospheric, the original versions, whether it's World of War or BO1s, it's got atmosphere. I'll give it that. Other than that, though, are you really yeah, Shino was a great map, man. Fucking love Shino. No. And then Vanguard had been so bad when we got that Shino Numa remake that there was an actual kind of what we are familiar with as a round-based Easter egg being on it. People were like, you know what? It's real. You know what? You get a lot of that kind of reaction going on. It's not that good, guys. It's really not. At best, it's average. At best, it's average. Another bad boss fight, stupid. That was a stupid boss fight. I don't know. That game is such a failure to me. Again, to me, I forget that it even exists. I genuinely, and it's not a conscious thing. I'm not trying to put it out of my mind. I'm not trying to disrespect it in any kind of way. The game was just so much nothingness. It legit has left my mind. I need to be reminded that Vanguard even exists. Even when I see Gabriel Kraft in Citadel, I'm just kind of like, he's part of the story somewhere. I know that, but whatever. And he's going to die at the end of this anyway, so doesn't matter. I mean, retconning him being, Richtofen's adoptive father is kind of and again, his age, it should have been in Citadel. Yeah, I know it takes place in 91, but he was an old guy in World War II in Vanguard. Eric's throwing up because of Vanguard. He would have been 115. Anyway. They took them half the game to give us a solo pause feature, which didn't even work. By the way, Milo made a video about that, leading up to BO6 coming out, being worried about the always online kind of a thing. And he used my video in his video showing how pausing in an always online game doesn't work. Which I didn't know he was going to use. I mean, whatever. Fair use or whatever you call it. I'm not complaining. It was weird because I watched his video. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. That's my video. And yeah, I went into one of the huts. I paused to write something down. I don't know. You can go back and watch. It doesn't matter. But thankfully, though, I've not had any problems. I've not had any real technical problems with BO6 at all. So, all the credit in the world to Treyarch for that. Yeah. With the leaked BO7 map, it sounds like they're cooking. Map on space station set in the dark ether. Post World War II in New York with the Nazis bombing it. Foot of a volcano, Afghanistan, Vietnam. I haven't even heard about any of those ones. The only one I know about is heard about. I shouldn't say I don't know because everything right now is pure rumor. But the only thing, and it makes sense, makes a lot of sense that they would do a transit remake, whatever. So that's the only one I'm aware of. The other stuff I have no idea about, though. I remember being so excited for that after Cold War. Such a letdown. Vanguard was god-awful, man. It was so god-awful. They some I hope they cook. Hope that they cook. I mean, we all want every game to be great, right? I don't want any of them to fail. And the better they are, the more story-rich that they are, the better it is for me. So I hope it's phenomenal. I mean, if it, I don't want them to be... The one kind of remake I do want is Transit, because the reason why, to me, the whole point of doing a remake is if you can improve upon the original. And like Zombies Chronicles, Origins is not better in Zombies Chronicles. It's better in Black Ops 2, as far as I'm concerned. The way it looks is, slightly crisper and better. The way it sounds is pretty amazing in Chronicles. But the gameplay, to me, is absolutely 100% better in Black Ops 2. But again, if you're going to do a remake, it has to be because you can improve it. Transit, I think, is kind of like the first version of Outbreak, like that big map. But they didn't have the engine that could even handle it at the time. So it ended up being a nightmare. It was a freaking disaster. That and Die Rise are largely considered the two worst maps of all time. Round-based maps, you know what I mean? And again, we're throwing out Vanguard because it's not a real game. So, again, the bones, the structure of what Transit could be is there. It just, they weren't capable of doing it at the time. Plus, the Jimmy Zielinski Easter eggs were just this random collection of weirdness and what? Like, it didn't make any sense. But, I mean, like, the way Pack-a-Punch worked on that game, the way Power worked on that game, with the turbine, and, like, it was all just kind of a bunch of weirdness that didn't work. So, yeah, go ahead and remake that. Like, again, I think the foundation is there. You have to do a lot with it to make it good, but you could make it good. So I'm okay with that. But like, if they were to do like, hey, we're gonna do more remakes, and in this new game, there's gonna be they're going back to Dryzadrock. Like, no, don't do that. Like, why would you do that? Dryzadrock is perfect as it is. Leave it alone. It's on BO3. Everybody's got BO3. You're a Zombies fan. You got BO3. Even if you started playing in the last 5 years, you've got BO3 because you've heard so much about it. You went and bought it, and it's been on sale. Like, you bought it. You've got it. You've got BO3. All right. Although Eric might be enjoying this a lot, of me just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I completed this challenge over an hour ago. What we set out to do was to do the Fatale Dark Ops challenge, one shot. Kill 2 amalgams. We did it our first try. It worked out well. So we're going to wrap this up. Let me just finish the last couple of comments here, and then we're going to wrap it up and go. And I will, if anybody is curious, and you happen to still be here, and if you're watching the stream, watching this as a VOD, I guarantee you're not sticking around for all this talk here at the end. But I will make a guide on how to complete that challenge. It's really not that difficult. It sounds harder than it is for sure. But I will put out a video probably tomorrow about how to complete that. So just keep your eye out for that if you're interested. Okay. 2 of the maps probably would make it, but I doubt all will come out. Space Station would be cool. I mean, Moon is a great map. Well, see, now that's where we're talking about, like, only if you can improve it. They improved it in Zombies Chronicles, to my mind at least. It looks way better than the BO1 version does. And again, you're talking about graphic limitations from an engine that was just, they were pushing it as, at the time in BO1. I've been in Twitter's withdrawal. So, and also making it so you could do that Easter egg solo was huge. So, like, there's an example of, we've got this thing, we've got the structure is good, everything about it is pretty good, but like, there's definitely things we could improve upon it. They didn't have to really change anything other than make it soloable, and they improved the graphics greatly. Like, that's how, another one, like, that's a good update. Like, go ahead and remake that one. Moon, put that on Chronicles, excellent. Especially for a solo player like me. I love that. Oh, by the way, we hit level 420 in Black Ops 6, and right now it is 4:20 p.m. West Coast. I'm gonna have to go get some weed, man. What was I saying? Oh, so yeah. So like the other stuff, like I don't know. I haven't even heard those things that you were talking about, Frosty. So it's certainly possible. I don't know. I mean, really, any location could be a good location. You know what I mean? For a zombies map. It's just really what you do with it. We've got in Black Ops 6, we're going to end up with 3 maps in West Virginia alone, in the same town in West Virginia. Like, you wouldn't think that would be incredible. I mean, let's be fair. Liberty Falls isn't incredible. I really like Shattered Vale a lot, and we don't know how the Janus Towers map is going to be. But my point is, like, you could put a map kind of anywhere. So it's really just what you do with it. If this transit remake comes out and the trailer has a denizen screen, dude. Okay, MWZ? There's the part where you remember when Ava, she's in like this facility, whatever, and then the alarm starts going off and it's flashing red, and then she puts down her laptop that she was looking at, and she goes out into the hallway, and then she starts getting surrounded by zombies, and then she ends up slashing Ravenov's throat, and then turns out she wakes up. It was only a dream. But during that middle portion when she's out into the hallway and the zombies start coming, there is the denizen scream thing that happens. And it was like, what the frick? Are they really going to bring back denizens? And then, of course, they didn't. And it was just kind of like, okay, good. Like, why do that, though? Like, we don't want denizens back, man. I don't, at least. I love them and understood why they was in the game, but they were annoying. They're worse than the parasites. I mean, the parasites are, as I was playing through what we just played through, I was like, it's the worst, the most annoying thing ever. Special round zombie. So hellhounds, clowns from IW, or the Yetis from IW, or the roller skating girls from IW, or, then you got the vermin. Even the toxic zombies in Shattered Vale, the parasites are the worst. Now, denizens are way worse than parasites, although they are not a special round. They just exist at all times throughout there, so they don't qualify for that special round annoying enemy type. But which is more annoying, a denizen or a parasite? The denizens. They're on your goddamn face, and like knife. Okay, it's off my... Oh, another one. Knife. Like, oh my God. I heard the denizen scream. My heart dropped. It's like hearing the Panzer. Pure PTSD. Yeah, man, for sure. 100% agree about the parasites. Dude, they are the worst. I don't like anything in zombies where I'm getting shot. Whether it was like something like Vanguard where they had... I don't remember what the German name and what they used, but there's the guy with the friggin' minigun. And I don't like being shot. When parasites, they spit the stuff at you, but you're being shot. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to be shot, I'll play multiplayer. For zombies, I want there to be zombies. Swipe at me, hit me, bite me. Don't shoot me. Okay, that's it. Lots of yapping today. Frosty, I appreciate you subbing, man, and dropping by and being active in the chat. Milo was talking about he hates enemies where they shoot at you. I agree with him. It's annoying. Yeah, man. Like I said, tomorrow will be the video on how to complete the Fatale challenge if you want to do it yourselves. And then I don't have a schedule right now because everything's kind of like there's not a ton of stuff going on in zombies right now. So the next stream might just be we start the high round, we start the grind toward 1 million kills to get that done, and then I just keep going and going until we could save and quit at the end of the stream. Make it to you go from around 100 to 200, 200 to 300. Like that could be a stream. See how close we can get to 1 million before the next map comes out. I don't know. Could be something like that. Other than that, honestly, if you guys have any ideas for like what you want to see streamed, like I know maps, like, I love to see Origins. I'd love to see DE again. I'd love to see whatever maps. Like I get that, but like any kind of specific challenges that you want to see streamed, feel free to put them in comments in my videos. That's for anybody that's watching this. Feel free. I will certainly consider it. I don't know if I'll do it, but I would definitely consider it. Especially right now, because heading into the summer, it's going to be these are the kind of the doldrums. We've got, I think, one more map coming out for this game for zombies. I thought it was going to be 2, but I think it's going to be just 1 more. And I don't think we're going to get that until July. That's my guess. That's pure guess. keep in mind we're only 2 weeks away from June at this point, so it's not as far away as it seems. But I don't think we're getting anything at the beginning of season 4, whatever next season is. I think it won't be till midway through, or it could be the start of season 5. So, thanks as always. Glad I was able to catch some today. I'll have to think of something fun. Absolutely, man. If you do, like, just drop it in a comment on any video. It really doesn't matter. I will see it. So, I'm gonna be a custom map made by Zila. Yeah, I follow him over on Twitter, I believe. The guy who made Diaries, I got an Easter egg and my name on a PAPS gun. There you go. If you want a code for that when it comes out, and give it to you. One for content. Yeah, let me know. Let me know, Frosty, when it does. For sure. All right. That's it for today, guys. We got the challenge done. First try. Honestly, you know, when you start streaming, like, it didn't seem that hard, and I've been doing more and more of this stuff just to kind of knock them all out. And it feels like, oh, it's going to be kind of hard. And it ends up not being. These are things like this seem more difficult when you're just looking at it than when actually doing it. It's like, nah, you'll be fine. Anyways, that's it. Have a great one, and I'll catch you soon.